So we've got silver coming in up here. We've got a bit of silver right in here. But we got some silver coming in over here. We're starting to finally fade out a little bit in here. But this purple is just, it's just hanging on for dear life. I keep thinking, pretty soon we're going to be able to do the green, right? Right? Curls have a mind of their own. Anyway, I keep hoping we're going to do the green. We're going to have to be able to do the green soon, right? It's just hanging on. Just hanging on. Just hanging on. Soon. Soon. I hope. In the meantime, we have August's ice cream box. I swear, I trimmed the bangs, folks. I really did. I swear I did. Anyway, hello and welcome to Tommy Tries This. I hope you brought your cuppa or your 64 Hydro. Today's 64 Hydro is one of two new ones I purchased. This one says, anything you can do, I can do slower. And it is. It has a sloth on it. It is so cute. He is so cute. Look at, he's so cute. He really is. Anyway, as usual, we have my watered down cranberry drink, which I really enjoy. I know. Ew. No, I really enjoy it. I really do. Alrighty, so today we are going to get into the August ice cream box, as I mentioned a little earlier, and we're going to create this look with the things in the box, plus at least one additional thing from a previous box. If you're interested in this look, if you're interested in this box, if you're interested in the additional thing that you don't know what it is yet, just keep on watching. This is what I get for starting early. We have the lawn people doing their thing. But let's go ahead and get into our box. It feels heavy. I know why it feels heavy. You all know why it feels heavy too if you watched the last It's New. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Says thank you. We hope you enjoy. Journey to Paradise is our August theme. We're going to look at that later. Let's get into it. I love it. Ooh, we got things. I don't know what to do first. All right, we'll just grab this. This is, I was interested in this collection a little bit. This is the Lost Library. I can't remember. Who are you? Fantasy Cosmetica. I actually was interested in this collection, I think. There were some things in it that I thought were cool. So let's get this wrapping off of here. This box is neat. Look at that. That is very cool packaging. Am I gonna like the color? That's the question. This is the question. Are we going to like the color? They kept the packaging on the actual thing. That is neat. Oh, I like that. Oh, and it is kind of brown, but it has a red cast. Oh, that went on nice. Oh, okay. I'm excited about that. That's cool. That is very, very cool. Next, we have from Medusa's Makeup an eyeshadow single. It looks to be in a very pretty color. Of course you guys sealed it. This says it's in the color Electro Blue. Pretty. It already looks very pretty. It doesn't look to be a loose shadow. So there's the packaging. Oh goodness, look at that color. I like that color. Feels a little dry, but here it is on the finger. Ooh, it went on a little bit patchy. We'll see what we can do with it. Y'all know what I had to snag, right? Anyway, I've had shadows go on very patchy like that and still do very, very well. Next. Oh, there's a lot of shit in here. Next, we have the Sculpting Contour Palette by Bow Bay Beauty. She's my beau. I always hate getting like sculpting palettes. I am light skinned, but a lot of times they're made for skin lighter than mine. This is not bad. It's not horrible anyway. They're very soft, but they're definitely powder. Well, I can use this one now. I might be able to use the darker of these two come winter. I don't think I'll be able to use the lighter one at all. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll play with it today. We'll try it today. We got another item from Identity Palace. I love their packaging. I kept the packaging for the other item. Oh, this is a blush. So we got the Contour in Warm Gold that I cannot use because it's too light. It's in this pretty packaging. So I'm expecting this blush to be in this same very pretty packaging. But this is too light. This is, I might be able to use it in the very heart of winter. But I'm keeping it because this is absolutely gorgeous. And this time they're sending us a blush. I can deal with a blush. So we got a contour and a blush. What do you want to guess? That this is going to be a very, very light pink. As you know, this, what is it called now? Palace Identity is part of Zizi. Hey, leave her alone. You always go after the old lady. Yeah, it has the same kind of, exact same kind of packaging. Right down to the pretty little chain. Folks, that took a hot minute, but anyway, I got the chain out. So, like I said, I'm expecting this to be really light. That's pretty. And it's not light. Whoa, guys. I might actually be able to use this. I'm going to be disappointed using this because, oh my God, look at that. Look at that pretty color. Look at that pretty pattern that's going to get ruined as soon as I use it. Okay. Oh, I might be able to use that. That's almost the color of some of the other oranges I use. That's going to be pretty. I can actually use that one. I can actually go ahead and ruin that beautiful overspray and pattern. It's beautiful. We're already getting smudges on the BB Beauty one. God. That's the problem with glass and with mirrored stuff. All right, so if you watched the It's New, you knew that we were getting two palettes that, well, we had a choice of two palettes that were a collab between Gourmand Girls and Gourmand, right? And Ladybug Glow. And I told you I couldn't decide which one I wanted. And when I can't decide, because they're such good prices when we can get them in the boxes, I ordered both. You all knew that was coming. Y'all knew that was coming. Y'all knew that was coming. Okay, box down. Let's clean some of this off so we can go ahead and do some of these palettes. Oh, some of that shit doesn't want to come off. Oh boy. Oh boy. That lipstick wants to stay. It wants to be a friend for a while. That's not a bad thing. That blush doesn't want to go anywhere. That's not necessarily bad things. Not necessarily bad things. All right, so the first one is El Camino. I love this image. This is beautiful. And the size of the palette actually makes me happy because these have 12 colors, and from the way they looked on the Instagram, I was like, oh damn, those are gonna be big. It's gonna be a lot of eyeshadow. I already have a lot of eyeshadow. You'll know I don't mind getting more because I love the palettes. So here's El Camino. Oh God, that's so pretty. There's a black. This one is a bit more, if I remember correctly, this one is a bit more muted than the other one. Let's grab some colors. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I want to grab you, but you're going to meld into my skin. Oh, those feel interesting. Almost clay-like. Interesting. All right, so here's 4 colors from there. Oh, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. Medusa. Oh my God. Oh, wow. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I was a little worried about the formulas. Y'all know that because my other Gourmand Girls palette is okay. It doesn't hold up to my eyes. And as I recall, the one Ladybug Glow one I got also doesn't quite hold up to my eyes. We don't necessarily hold that against anybody. A whole lot of people do not hold up to my eyes. But I think they faded much more quickly. All right, so the other one is Paradise Cove. Again, great artwork. This is the one that I was like, yeah, oh my God. I should have been able to decide just based on the, oh my God. Okay, this doesn't want to come up. That's because that's there. They both have mirrors. I'm fighting with the cover for the mirror now. There we go. Cover up. These are not nearly as bright as I thought they would be, but they're still absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 Okay. Oh, there's so many in here I want to play with. What do I want to do? Okay. Okay. We already got one like you, so we're going to grab this one. Same interesting texture. It's almost like a mushy clay. So we're going to do these. Oh God, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Oh, no, you have to be good. Okay, so these two shades have the texture, the consistency more like this one. I'm a little disappointed that they're not swatching better, but I bet you they'll be great on the eyes. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm ready. I'm so ready to play. I'm ready to play. Well, I'm not ready to play. I have to go get my eyes ready to play. But after we do this, right? All right, so these two aren't holding up as well, but the mattes are holding up really well, and the one over here is actually holding up really well. We still got color hanging on. Oh my god! Okay. Alright, so I have these two palettes to play with, and I have to decide a color story for my eyes. And I have to put all, I can do that while I put all this stuff on. We will be trying all of this, I think. The only thing that I don't have in here is a highlighter. Well, and of course, you know, mascara and all that stuff, but yeah, that took some work. It took some work. We still got a lipstick swatch, but anyway. Okay, so, wow. I'm already pretty excited. I don't know how I'm going to fit this in. I don't know how to fit this in. I've got blues in here, so I don't know how I'm going to fit this in. I will figure it out. I will figure it all out. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. This is going to be cool. All right, pricings real quick. We have El Camino or Paradise Cove by Gourmand Girls. These were $35 each. I did not spend $35. When you are a subscriber to the box, when they have doubles like this, trying to get things that fell over. When they have two things where you can do a selection, or you can buy the extra one. The extra one is not full price. In fact, it's usually below half price. So I didn't pay a lot for this. This is an extra special collection between two absolutely amazing brands. This is the best of both worlds since it's a mix of each brand's unique formula. Might explain why we had some issues down here. We are honored to be able to feature these two palettes. There were two options, and we let you decide which one you got. Each palette contains 12 shades with 3 duochromes in each. Okay. Interesting. The rest of that is matte. So the only shimmery shades in here are the duochromes. Everything else is matte. Eyeshadow pigment by Medusas. This is $12. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay. It's a little high, I think. Anyway. This is from Medusa's Makeup Electo series as an eyeshadow collection. A highly pigmented, super soft, and sparkly pressed powder with micro sparkles. For the best results, apply your favorite primer and then apply just like any shadow with a brush. We'll see. I don't think it did that well with the hand, with the fingertip, but it might do okay with a brush, especially a wet brush. Moving shit out of my way. Everything's open. Blossom blush from Palace, by Palace Identity, which is ZC, as I told you. This is $42, which is probably mostly back packaging. I think with regular packaging, they could have taken it down to $25 or $30 easily. And even that's a little pricey for a blush for me. But with the imprinting on it, I'll give it to them. I'll give it to them. We knew you guys would love the bronzer last month. So we decided to give you her sister. These blushes might be even more beautiful than the bronzer. The attention to the detail by this brand is out of this world, but the quality of the blush is probably equally amazing. Keep it in the black pouch to avoid scratching the compact. I don't keep the other one in the black pouch. They're too pretty to hide. They're too pretty to hide. Anyway, this sculpting palette by Bow Bay Beauty, $45. Again, sounds a bit pricey to me, but you know, that's not a lot of product for $45. And this packaging, while not cardboard, is not that heavy, honestly. It's not heavy. It's more plastic. It's not metal or anything. So, and now I can't open it. I guess I appreciate the mirror, but I mean, that's not really a whole lot. $45. I've gotten really decent palettes with more colors than this for less than that. So I would say maybe $25 would be at a reasonable price, but we're going by what they said, $45. This sculpting palette by Bow Bay Beauty is perfect for on the go. You can use it even as eyeshadows to create a natural look or to help transition between other shades. The palette is for sculpting and is meant to be used with a sculpting style brush to really chisel out your look. So basically contour. And finally, Lost Library Lipstick by Fantasy Cosmetica. Okay, give me a minute. $11. That's reasonable, especially. See, that's the thing. These guys did this beautiful quality stuff on here, and their lipstick is reasonable for that. There's nothing on here. It's just this plastic cover, and it's really pricey. Anyway, my gripe. Anyway, $11. By popular request, we are finally featuring Fantasy Cosmetica. This was one of the most requested brands when we asked you all about which brands you wanted to see. The lipsticks are absolutely stunning. They are pigmented, creamy, and comfortable to wear. The packaging is beautiful. They're right. All right, so total price. Give me a minute. $148, so just off $150. Like I said, price-wise, a few of these I think are overpriced, but that's those brands in particular. They tend to be overpriced. So we are going to go to, I am going to go ahead and get my face ready to go, and we will start using some of these things. And while I'm getting my face ready to go, I will look at these two palettes and figure out what the hell I'm doing. What the hell am I doing? I would like to use at least, let's say 2 colors from each palette. So going to go ahead and get ready to go. For me, it's going to be just a little bit. For you, well, I had fun trying to figure this out, but I got something going on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to use the one from Medusa's. We're going to try it. We'll see how it goes. But if it doesn't, I have some backups from the second palette. We're going to go ahead and start with Paradise Cove. As you probably realize, we're going to start with this color El Sol. Oh, that really came up on the brush. This is going to go under the brow. I'm getting a bit of patchiness. Just a little bit. But continuing to buff it out seems to be handling that. Yeah. It's a pretty color. I don't know when I started liking limey greens, but there was a point. All right, so we are going to take this all the way across. You know what? Let's do 2/3 and we'll see how things stand up on the end for the one that I'm going to use on the back end. This is my glitter glue, of which I think I'm going to have to buy more soon because, I'm a glitter girl. I've always been a glitter girl. All right, we're going to go just being very careful. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go all the way across. Yes. I know. Make up your mind. I'm not very good at that, folks. ADHD at all. Right. That green may end up being like our only matte. No, we've got a second matte that we're going to use. It's fine. Everything is fine. I'm fine. All right. Sponge tip. ouch. Actually, get the brush. Get the tip. All right, we're going to go back into Cove. And grabbing this La Fortuna, we're putting that on our inner corner. She is so bright. She is so bright. She's picking up beautifully. And inner corner. Okay, so I could see a bit of the black base that they used on this. At least here. There, I can't see it in the camera. God, she's so pretty. That is gorgeous, folks. That is gorgeous. I can see doing this with a beautiful gold or yellow shimmer on the inner corner, and then doing this across the rest of the lid. That is beautiful. She applied gorgeously too. Nice. Nice. Put some on my edge to get my crease right there. Yep. A little bit on the tip to get the inner corner. That's so pretty. That's pretty. That's so pretty. I know, I'm easy to please. All right, we are going to get the other side of the same one splurched, smooshed, smooshed, wet, damp. Hi. I just like missing it, I guess. And we're going to go ahead and get into Camino. And get this color Courtyard and put Courtyard across the lid. Come on. Oh, fell off. This is not picking up as well. It's chunking a bit and coming off, even though the texture is the same. It's weird. Maybe I didn't get the sponge tip wet enough. It's coming up much more chunky. And we're also trying to blend it into that green just a little bit along that edge. She's just not applying as well. Not as smoothly. That's what it is. I got a bit of a line there that I'm going to have to take care of. I have a way to take care of it, hopefully. Okay. The colors are mixing fairly well. That's nice. Now a bit. Get my edge. There. This one just doesn't seem to be as smooth, despite the texture feeling the same. But she's on there. All right, getting back into Cove. Yeah. And one of the first things I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this Luxie brush a little damp, because as I noted, I have a like where my creases are, I have a little problem with the green being in there. So we're going to go ahead and get this a little damp and see if we can use this to fix that issue. Oh, nothing's coming up. Dudes, this is disappointing. Nothing's coming up. Maybe having what I have in there already will help. Just trying to get that one. Let's do the tip. It's on the tip. Try to get it in that one little crease that I have that's being a bit, I think I got it. I think I got it. And do some more patting and smooshing and blending and trying to get these two colors to meld a bit on the inner corner. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay, so getting back to this brush. I mean this here. Yeah, I got flakes all over me from that bronzy color. Okay, got it that time. And we're going to put this dark blue, the Cove, well, it comes up very bright on there, but we're going to put that on the outer corner. And this one is picking up nicely. I don't know why that one is so chunky, but it really is. This blue is taking over that bronzy color. It's like, no, I will be the color they see. All right, so I'm going to take the side with the bronzy color and try to pull some of that bronzy color across to meld with that blue a bit. Going across. Just doing a general, let's fix her up. Okay, I'm not pleased with the bronzy color, honestly, but moving right along. We've done what we can, including gotten it everywhere. Oh my God, I really did get it everywhere. I'm gonna take this fluffy alter ego brush, and we're going to try to put some of this Medusa's for our point. We'll see how this works. I'm just going to take it on the end like this. Ooh. Ooh. Okay then. Turn me into a liar, Medusa. And I'm just going over to where I'm just meeting the blue-green of our first lid color. I'm not going too far into it. Wow. It's blending beautifully with this lime. And the sheen isn't, the sparkles aren't. Well, let's put it this way. I expected to come up with almost an entirely shimmer look, but it is not shimmering nearly as much as I thought it would. We are definitely looking tropical and covey, aren't we? I'm not mad at it. That actually did much better than I thought it would. It really did. How's that? That did much better than I thought it would. Okay, Medusas. Okay. I see you. But now I'm rethinking something. Well. Alright, so back to Cove. We're going to see if this actually works. If it doesn't, then I'm going to go to a black. But I'm going to take this blue Azores, and I'm going to use that to do my defining. Like I said, if it doesn't work, then we will get in here and use the black. Because at this point, we've only used one color out of here. And I did say we'll try to use at least two. I'm just more in love with this one right now. I will say these colors do look a bit different than what they did in the images. And I think that's part of it. So, all right, all the way across. Yeah, I think we're going to have to add a little black. It's too much blue. It's not really doing much defining. It's in there, but it's not doing that much defining. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to go ahead and get back into Camino and try that black called Dark Highway. This is, I don't know, these blacks worry me. It's a dusty black. I can already tell. It's a dustier black. Yeah. But it should darken up that blue enough to help. Because all we want is a little bit of deepness. We just need a little more definition there. So let's get some of this black. Came up on the brush nice. Oh yeah. She's actually coming up better than I expected, which is fine. And this one I'm going to about halfway down my where my inner corner color is. Now when I'm doing it on the outer part, the bottom here, I can see where it's kind of dusting out. So I will probably put it over the blue on the other eye too, because by itself, it just doesn't seem to really do it. I'm going to go ahead and buff out that upper edge a little bit. I'm not mad at that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the face done. Well, most of it. We will come back for me to do these two things. And then I will finish up from there until it's time for the lipstick. So, again, going to be a little bit for me, but it's going to be like that. So hello, folks. Editing Dommy here. Looking a proper wreck, you know. This needs to go so we can get green. Anyway, so I was supposed to show you the contour and the blush as I put them on. You can see them when we get into this next segment right after this. But somehow that did not get filmed. So I'm real sorry about that. As I recall, I really enjoyed them. They really surprised me. So we'll just take a look and go from here. But I wanted to let you know that I know I said that we would come back and I would show you that, and it didn't happen. So I don't know. I think I got confused as to whether or not things were filming or not filming. And anyway, the footage never happened. So I'm really sorry about that. And let's go ahead and get back to the rest of the ice cream box. So this is our completed look. Let's get into the individual items, and then we'll do like we usually do, and we'll discuss whether or not I feel the box was really a good box for ice cream. The lipstick, since we just finished with that, I'm already in love with it. This is smooth and creamy. It really did just go on very easy. Highly pigmented, very comfortable. It doesn't even need a gloss. It's really, really nice. I'm really enjoying it already. I'm very happy to have this. This is really nice. This surprised me. The lighter shades in here, I don't know if I'm ever going to get to use. This might be a really good banana powder for under the eyes, and I probably should have used it in place of what I normally use, which is an eyeshadow. I use like an ivory lace or something, Maybelline eyeshadow. But I probably could have used this and I just didn't think of it. But this color here is fine, and this color here might work for me in the winter. Or this color. We'll see. We'll have to see when winter comes. But I can keep using this one shade at least, and possibly this one as a banana powder. It's not my favorite thing in the box, but it's not horrible. So that's always a good thing when it's not horrible. Both of these pleasantly surprised me. So we'll talk with the Medusas. So this did swatch pretty patchy, but it blended beautifully. It added a slight sheen to the makeup that was already there. It blended with that makeup really that was already there. I didn't notice any patchiness that I had to clean up as I was applying it. So I'm not really big into singles. I will probably try to keep this and see if I can convince myself to continue to use it. If not, I'm sure my daughter would really appreciate it. It's not horrible, but again, it's not something that I would normally purchase. It did work out beautifully, but I just prefer most of my eyeshadows to be in palettes. Just easier for me to get to that way. And the only things that I don't have in palettes are like the Star Shows, and they are a unique case, and this is definitely not a Star Show, but it actually, like I said, I was really kind of impressed considering the patchiness we got on our hand when we did the swatching. Really impressed at how well it did. No big issues. This one really surprised me. First of all, the color surprised me because with the lightness of the bronzer, I figured this would be just completely too light for me. But I think it is a beautiful color, and it's a good color for me to use when I have a mented color that is very close to this. It's a little darker, but that also goes on a lot darker. So this is good for a day when I just want that light blushy flush, and I just don't want to go too deep or have to fight it too much to make it work. And I'm just really surprised at the pigmentation and how beautifully this went on, and I'm very pleased with this. Like I said, I do think that this is a little overpriced, just like I think the bronzer palette is. I think the bronzer palette is really overpriced. I think it could have been $25 easy. So a $20 difference is huge. Not unhappy with the price of either the Medusas or the lipstick, but I think these two were overpriced. So that said, I love that packaging, and I'm enjoying that blush. The palettes. Now the palettes are kind of a mixed bag, I guess. Surprisingly, I did manage to use some more of El Camino. I used this color and this color to line underneath, and I think that's all I grabbed from here, other than this one for the center of my lid. But I will have to say that my favorite of the two is Paradise Cove. The colors work better for me. And I did have a problem that we will get into in a few minutes, but when I did have that problem, I actually put this a little bit over that one shadow that I did get from Camino, and it gave it a brightness without really changing that color much. So that was really nice. Now, so two things. First of all, there is some fading on my inner corners. It is not horrible. I have not had to try to fix it like half a dozen times the way I have with some particular palettes in the past. It is not brush fixable, which is kind of disappointing. I don't know why. I just prefer working with a brush if I have to fix things. I think a lot of that has to do with the way my lids are starting to get the creases and things, and the brush just gets into those things a little easier. So it's much easier on me if I can go ahead and use my brush to repair things. Hair in the face. However, that said, it held up fairly well. So kind of impressed with that, because as I recall, with both Ladybug Glow and Gourmand Girls, when I used some of their shadows on the inner corners, they just didn't last. So these do seem to have a little bit more staying power, and that's good. That said, there is other fading and other issues that I'm having, which is, well, for one, the shine on the colors that are across my lid just seems to fade out. I mean, it's there now, but when I was finishing up and doing all the final bits, it did seem to start, I did have to like reapply on the center of the lid, and I did have to reapply a little bit on the end of the lid here. Just a little bit, because some of that shimmery shine just seemed to just disappear. And part of that is the other issue I'm having. I have hooded eyes, and in general, I know how to work with my eyes so that I don't get a lot of fade out on my lids. But in this case, there was extra fading off, I guess, closer to where the hood comes down. And on the one hand, it gave it more of that halo type look that people have done, that I do a faux kind of, kind of that cut crease thing that almost carves out that center part of your eye. So on the one hand, it sort of kind of looked like it was doing that. But on the other hand, the stuff that went under my crease just was gone. So I had to reapply it so that you could see the whole look the way it was intended to be. And I don't usually get that problem with other palettes. So this is just an unusual one for me. I do like the color stories, particularly Paradise Cove. I think if I had just been with Paradise Cove, I think I would have been happy with just that. El Camino has some colors that I do want to try to get to that purple at some point, the pink. The greens went on underneath my eyes beautifully, but I didn't see any problems with any of the mattes. It's just these duochromes that just don't seem to be sticking, if I guess would be the word. Which is another reason why I'm not sure what it is about duochromes that makes them so different, but they're different enough that the way they work on my eyes is just, I would just prefer regular shimmers, or some high shine shimmers, something like that, rather than the duochromes. And the way I do my eyes, duochromes don't get much of a chance to shine anyway. So, but that aside, I do believe that, the color stories, if you look at the artwork and then you look at the color story, it fits. It really does fit. It really does work. So they got that part correct, I think. I think I did a really good job on that part. The mattes are great. Would I spend $35 a piece for these? Probably not. I would say that if I was not getting these in the box, I probably wouldn't have purchased them to begin with. But if I did purchase them, I would probably have gotten Paradise Cove, and I would have waited for it to be on sale, or I would have tried to make sure I had some sort of code to bring the price down. Knowing what I know now, I should say. I should put that in. Not knowing what I know now, I probably wouldn't have purchased anything, to be honest with you. I have most of these colors, but overall, they're not horrible. They're better than just okay, but they're not quite fantastic, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. My overall rating for the box, however, is probably, I want to say a 5, which is very rare for me because There's usually something in a box that I don't want, that I don't like, that I can't use. But I actually like these. It's even the palettes, even with them not being that top of line that I like from, say, Cosmic Brushes or Nomad, I like these. So I want to give it a 5, but there are enough pricing issues and flubs that I'm going to give it a 4.5. Just know that that is not common. Wanting to give a 5, but realizing it's probably just a little bit less than a 5. It's less than a 5. That's really unusual. Most of you know that I will give them 4s. I will give them 3s sometimes, but usually they range around a 4. But I'm very happy with this box. This was a really good box. And I think that they probably have some of them left if you want to go and check that out and get one for yourself. So, because one of the things about Eyescream is they do not do much customization. You can do choice every now and then. They don't do that every month. This was unusual. And so what you see in this box, other than possibly a few colors, maybe they had other colors of the lipstick, or maybe the blush came in some other colors, those are random. You don't do a profile with them to get the box that more suits you, essentially. So it's always random surprises, and the colors are always kind of random. So, which has been some of my disappointment with the boxes in the past, is that I've gotten color combinations that are just not what I'm interested in. At any rate, I'm going to stop babbling and go ahead and say that is it. And I hope that you've liked what you've seen. And if you do, I hope you will go ahead and subscribe and like the video and share. And let me know down below. I can talk, really. I'm having congestion issues. I'm not even sure where they're coming from, so I just have congestion issues. Anyway, I hope you will let me know down below if you are interested in getting the Eyescream box, or at least just for this month, because I think you can buy the past boxes without subscribing, or you could go ahead and use this box to be your catalyst to subscribe. Let me know if you're going to subscribe or buy the box, or if you're just interested in any of these items individually. I'd love to hear that. And if you don't want to do any of that, I'd love a purple heart down below. I'd love to see it. Alrighty, so we're going to get a last drink of our drink, the last sip of our drink. We're going to sloth it. Okay, maybe not. And then we're going to go ahead and say our usual things. I love my girls. I love my dragonettes. I hope you have a good one.